Hello everyone, back out wild camping this weekend. Me and Gaz the Explorer are off to the Pentlands. It's going to be a unique one. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this video. For starters, we don't know where we're camping. Gaz isn't going to arrive until much later on. So he's just said, find a spot in this general area and we'll take it from there. So yeah, pretty much winging it. We're expecting some strong winds. Don't know if you can hear them. So we might have to drop elevation, but yeah, really looking forward to today's camp. It's going to be a unique video. I forgot my tripod, so it might be a bit more talking, a bit more proper vlogging along with scenic shots, so I'll keep you guys updated. And we are going to head up there. So those winds were pretty mental, so decided to drop elevation, and I think we're going to pitch here, a nice little woodland area, and we've also got a stunning view of our capital city. For the superstars overseas, that there is the capital city of Scotland, Edinburgh, and I much prefer Edinburgh to Glasgow. And we are changing location once again, and it's back to the car for the tripod. So what an absolute experience that was. End up in a wild goose chase. Gaz just said, find somewhere to camp in this general area, let's try a little hill. So I went up to Cape Law Hill, and the winds were around 50 or 60 miles per hour as the Met Office had forecasted. So I came down the hill towards the car park as there was a little forestry area. Tried to look for a spot there, but Gaz had came in from Harlaw, so this is the middle ground, and there's the rain starting again. So I've been walking for around 2.5 hours, and I'm absolutely shattered. Just can't wait to get something to eat. But tonight's setup, I've got with me my little trusty Vango Nevis 100. Now the Vango Nevis 100, it's a little tunnel tent. It's got that single arch pole in the middle and 2 poles at the end. Not ideal for strong winds, but it really should be able to withstand, you know, gusts up to around say 40 miles per hour with ease, and thankfully we're in a relatively sheltered spot, and the wind gusts down here are nowhere near as strong as up there. It's got a nice little vestibule and plenty of space in the inside. Tonight's setup, I went for super comfort, extra comfort, comfort deluxe. I've got the Doubter Exosphere -10 with me. Now temperatures tonight I think are only going to down to around 5 or 6 Celsius, so we're expecting a very warm sleep. With the Doubter Exosphere, again its comfort is -4, limits -10, so that'll more than do the job, and it's the exact same with the X-Ped down mat. The Doubter Exosphere brought it out because it's nice and stretchy, so really looking forward to tonight's sleep, and we're on really flat ground by the looks of it. So that'll accommodate the, what do you call it, the X-Ped down mat pretty well. The X-Ped down mat 5. Now that has a R value on blacks where I purchased it as 4.2, but that's the old EMPA rating. The new STM rating is around 3.8, and again that's for temperatures down to -10. And I've got my little close cell foam mat with me as well, and my Trichology pillow and flannel pillow. Never going to guess what I'm having for tea. Yep, that's right, noodles. So that's the rain on. It's a bit heavier than anticipated, but we're expecting a spell of between 2 to 3 hours of rainfall and then a relatively dry night. So yeah, it looks like I've got a lot of good footage. Really looking forward to doing this video when I get home. Just got a message from Gaz. Are you in a Nevis? I'm like, I'm in a Nevis, mate, so Gaz must be close by.
Yeah.
Superstar's arrived and he's got a new microphone.
Certainly have.
Is that a beast? Gaz, I got you something, mate.
Got me something? What's that?
Happy Valentine's Day.
What's this? Oh, you get my flapjack after last week. Oh, Monty.
What's it? What's it say?
No idea what it's.
No, what's it saying outside again?
Oh, Monty. What can I say?
I don't know what take this is, but I'm just going to wing it. So both tents beside each other, as you can see, very similar design. It's a small tunnel tent. So Gaz has downgraded to the Edinburgh Enan. It was funny the first time I said it, not like, what's this, the 7th time I said it. So Gaz has downgraded to the Edinburgh Enan, and as you can see, it has a phenomenal vestibule. I mean phenomenal, one of the best. It's up there with the MSR Elixir vestibule. And his sleeping system, he has with him the Femarest Hyperion, which has a comfort of 0 and a limit of -6. His sleeping mat is the Femarest X-Firm, which has an R value of 7.2. Again, that's for Arctic conditions, and we're expecting temperatures to be around 5 Celsius tonight. So with a sleeping bag of -6 and a Arctic sleeping mat, the big man's going for warmth, and he's got 2 pillows with him, the Sea to Summit and a flannel pillow just like the one that I've got. So it's about 5:30, and again we're being battered by some heavy rain, well, passing heavy showers. As you see from the rainfall radar, they're pretty heavy. We've got some yellow, we've got some orange, and from a shower earlier on there was also some red, but one of my videos showed you that shower cloud, just how intense it was. So that's us all set up. Gaz has settled in his little tent, which is brilliant, and I'm so happy that he liked his Valentine's Day card. I was a bit scared to see how his reaction would be, and it was much more positive than I thought. So we're hoping to get out the tent and go for a walk once the showers pass, as the forecast does state that any remaining showers will pass, die out, and then it'll be a largely dry evening. So once it's nice and dry, we'll head out, go for a little gander rather than being stuck in the tent. So just going to chill in here, get warm, listen to some music, get back into Caius. Rediscovered Caius. If you guys haven't already checked out Caius, if you like your sort of like stoner metal, sludge metal, desert rock, I would hugely recommend Caius, the band before Queens of the Stone Age. So I'm going to put them on and just listen to the rain and the winds, which seem to be developing again. And here we have nature's tumble dryer. So that's my waterproof trousers and waterproof jacket, now dry, and it's also did a great job with the down jacket, the spare down jacket that I've got. It's nice and dry as well. However, we have a problem. The zips came off the tent, so I'm going to have to try and peg it down to ride the night out. Well, here's hoping it doesn't rain. What's Gaz got?
You see that, yeah?
Things have went from bad to worse. As you can see, it has been completely ripped out. I've got no idea how to rectify this. Since my feet are becoming a little chilly, but I would massively recommend these. I also use them in the house, and I've stopped getting chilblains, I've stopped getting cold feet. These are game changers in nature hike down slippers. So in the end I had to pierce it, stab a peg through it to keep it in the ground, because the winds, as you can see, are starting to really pick up again, and it's a real shame because I absolutely love this tent. An end of an era. I've spoke highly of this tent and it's went and let me down. It wasn't the wind which had an impact on the zip, it just got caught on the storm flap and I just couldn't get it loose at all, and then boom, just ripped the whole thing out. So absolutely gutted. I genuinely love this tent. I don't know if you guys could maybe recommend, can someone fix this? I mean, that little tear can certainly be fixed, but can the zip be fixed? Let me know in the comments. I would massively appreciate it. I'm going to cheer myself up with some food. So vegetable hot pot. Again, it's the mashed potatoes with veg. Potato powder, corn, carrot, leek, garlic and some pepper. And a big shout out to Gaz for letting me borrow his jet boil, because my stove is a cheap piece of crap. Don't buy cheap crap from Amazon. So while I'm leaving that to cook for a further 8 minutes, in the background in the jet boil, sticky toffee pudding. So me and Gaz have been out on our romantic stroll. We got nice and warm. We just spoke about our channels. Then we had something to eat, nice romantic dinner, and then it was just in the tent for the rest of the evening. The winds have been pretty gusty, pretty intense, but the Vango Nevis, despite having a broken door, performing exceptionally well. The door's still going strong to some extent. I've just been lying in my little bed, just listening to some Yeji, some Aphex Twin, again more Caius, but time to go to bed, time to head to sleep. It's about 10 o'clock and I'm really tired, so I'm looking forward to getting up really early in the morning, just getting ready, getting packed, and then in the morning we'll do our rundown of how the night went. And me and Gaz, I think we're going for a little trek up to Cape Law Hill, and then we're heading home. So hope you guys are enjoying the content so far, and I'll catch you all in the morning. So good morning to you all. It was an interesting sleep last night. We had some strong winds throughout the night, but this tent put in a decent enough performance. We had some rain showers, but they were very few and far between and very light. Now, last night's sleep, the X-Ped down mat 5M, it was nice and warm. The sleeping bag, also nice and warm, but I was pretty chilly. I wouldn't say I was cold, but pretty chilly. So if anyone can explain that phenomena, I'd appreciate it. I don't know if it's because I was dehydrated, I didn't have enough liquids, but it was a reasonable enough sleep. But interesting given that both the sleeping bag and the sleeping mat were very warm, but I was pretty chilly. But that's us getting packed up and ready to go home. We're expecting some rainfall in the next 30 minutes to 1 hour, and I want to go for a little walk up to Cape Law. But this is Bonaly Reservoir. As you can see, pretty plain Jane, not much happening. You've got some hills in the distance. You've got Cape Law, which I'm heading up to right now, and Gaz has to head up to Harbour Hill, and it's also surrounded by some trees, but yeah. So that's me signing out. If you want to send your condolences to the Vango Nevis 100, feel free to drop a comment. If you want to support me by helping me hit the 10k subscriber mark, hit the subscribe button. And if you like the content, smash the like button, but not too hard, otherwise it'll break. So thanks for joining. Take care you all, and see you on the next adventure.